What's up, Bills Mafia? It's your boy Prime here at Cali Bills Talk. Has been a couple days since I've been on, but hey, deal with it. I got stuff going on. Not a full-time podcaster here, so I get it in when I can. As you all know from the beginning, it's a veteran-owned channel, so I got things going on in my life and the Bills and podcasting and this kind of whole thing that I've got going on has just been an outlet for me. So I'm back. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you've already subbed to the channel, thank you. If you're new and just stumbled in and this is your first time in here, welcome. Hit the sub button, support a veteran channel. I would super appreciate it. Now it's time to get down to it. Amari Cooper to the Buffalo Bills. How are we feeling about it? I absolutely love the move. I did want Davante Adams. I'm not going to lie about that. But one, he was expensive. And two, I knew deep down he was going to go with Aaron Rodgers. So it is what it is. Whatever. In my opinion, if they had Davante Adams when we just played them on Monday night, might have been a different game. Honestly, he's a beast. He hands down probably one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Definitely going to the Hall of Fame. I wanted him. I hope it works out for him in New York. We'll see how long Aaron Rodgers even sticks around to play with him. But hey, Buffalo's happy with Amari Cooper, right? Especially for the price tag we got him at. What did we pay to get him to come on over? Like $800,000, $807,000. His guaranteed salary was like $1.21 million. Bro, this guy was a 1,200-yard receiver last year. I mean, this year, Cleveland, Deshaun Watson's playing like a pair of butt cheeks, but I think he's at right now 250 yards receiving. So steady decline. But hey, with Josh Allen at quarterback, you already know how I feel with our receiving core right now. I'm not a fan of Mac Hollins. Curtis Samuel is definitely underused. Both of our tight ends, you know what I mean? I expected a bigger year out of both tight ends, really, Knox and Kincaid. Kincaid kind of shined through a little bit for us in the Jets game with a play here or there, but I was kind of hoping for like a Kelsey or a Kittle breakout year for that kid. But hey, he's still young. There's still time for him to learn and grow. I think he'll get there eventually. But I mean, right now, throwing Amari Cooper into the mix, he's needed. We had zero deep threat downfield guys that could stretch the field vertically and open up things underneath, or even for Josh Allen to throw a home run ball. We didn't have anybody. And Amari Cooper is, for the price we got him at, solid. I know the Browns fans right now were probably like, dude, what the fuck? But hey, he's a Buffalo Bill. We're rocking with him. So far, I think out of practice, I think all the things coming out is that he's a quiet professional. He's not really a big talker. Kind of, relating him to like John Wick, man. He's like all about it. He's lasered in. He's focused. I think Sean McDermott did come out and say, there was a team walkthrough Wednesday. Amari Cooper practiced today on Thursday, but he's uncertain if Amari Cooper is going to play against Tennessee. So, honestly, do we really need Amari Cooper against Tennessee? Probably not. So if he needs more time to learn the playbook or whatever, I mean, he's in football shape, bro. He just straight up came over from Cleveland. So he's in football shape already. He didn't come off the couch, right? So I would like to see him on the field, even if it's scripted plays. Hey man, we're going to put you in a handful of times. You're already going to know the routes. And if you forget, just ask Josh in the huddle and he'll tell you hey, run a go. Running in, just get open. Essentially, I feel right? I feel there's a lot of times this year, Josh Allen, man, he looks, and either the O-line absolutely breaks down and he has to bail, or there's just absolutely nobody open, right? And it's just all those short underneath routes, the medium to deep routes, either the ball is dropped or they're just covered. And Josh Allen either takes a coverage sack or he rolls out and takes a big hit that, we all seen against the Houston Texans. And that's something that we definitely don't want Josh Allen to do, right? We don't want him to take those hits anymore. He's really calmed down his running. I mean, he'll run when he has to. We'll do the snow plow on, 3rd and short, 4th and 1. He'll run those. He will run, I think, obviously, if he's wide open on the edge and he's not spied. I'm okay with him taking off around the side, but, get down, right? Stop hurdling and trucking dudes. Like, you've already proved you can do it in years past, right? Everyone knows you're a dog, but like, save your body, man, because like, you are definitely the savior of Buffalo. We don't want anything to happen to you. It was a scary situation when you went down against Houston, which was a game we should have definitely won. I'm still kind of pissed off about that, but hey, it is what it is. We're moving forward with our man Amari Cooper. Honestly, if the chemistry is there and Amari Cooper's gelling with Josh Allen, honestly, I think we can get Amari Cooper over 1,000-yard receiver this year. I mean, that's what I'm hopeful for. If it doesn't happen, I mean, he'll have that experience with Josh Allen the rest of this year, and then going into next year, those two should kill it. I mean, I remember Amari Cooper killed it. You know, he had great plays with Dallas. He had great plays with the Raiders. I think he already has 2 or 3 touchdowns with Cleveland, and they're a dumpster fire, right? So if you add in Josh Allen, you know, an electric quarterback, and you add in the ingredient of Amari Cooper, who can create space, stretch the field, you know, make some miraculous catches down the sideline, or just straight up beat his man. I mean, honestly, the sky's the limit, in my opinion, for Josh Allen and Amari Cooper. But hey, I would like to know what y'all think about it. Obviously, they were graded an A for even grabbing Amari Cooper, not only for what they had to give up, what Buffalo had to give up to Cleveland, but just the pay. I think the Jets automatically had to pay like Devontae Adams like $11 million, like right off the bat, right? You know, it's never Aaron Rodgers' fault. I mean, you have Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, like a pretty good defense, and it's just you're playing like shit. And he's like, we need another receiver. So I kind of hope the Jets shit the bed for the rest of the season. But definitely, when the Bills play, I'm so glad we won in New York, because I would want the game when we play Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams. I would want that game to be in Buffalo. I still think we sweep the Jets. We'll sweep the Dolphins. We should sweep the Patriots. But honestly, I just want to know what y'all thinking, man. How do we feel as like Bills fans, Bills Mafia? How are we feeling about grabbing Amari Cooper? I think it was a solid move. Honestly, sky's the limit. I don't see any potential downsides to it. Like I said, he was over 1,200 yard receiving yards last season. I think he can even get that this year. I mean, there might not be enough games left, but definitely next year, if he decides to make Buffalo his permanent home, you know, and what that contract looks like, right, after this season, or, you know, the next year, or if we're going to have to pay him. But I think we'll have a lot more money freed up, I think, after, next season. So I wouldn't mind paying a guy like Cooper. I think he's a dog. Like, Josh Allen just needs those kind of guys. I mean, I was super excited to get Curtis Samuel, and now we're watching Curtis Samuel play, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, why are we just throwing him like shitty screens? I don't get it. Like, put him in the slot, put him and Shakir, like, let those two cook right next to each other. I mean, I get it. Joe Brady is like a super, like, you know, he's a really good OC. He killed it in college. You know, he killed it the first 3 games of the season, the second half of last year. But I mean, with what we got, you got to make it work, man. I mean, I feel like on every pass play, Josh Allen's either running for his life, or the O-line just has a catastrophic breakdown and he gets sacked, or he's throwing some kind of shit ball for like no yards, or he's, you know, guys are making drops, and guys are just straight up covered. Honestly, like, I went back and watched a lot of film, whether it was straight up man or zone. Our receivers are just straight up covered. Like, Josh Allen's like, man, I could really like force it in there, but it's either going to be picked off, or I'm going to overthrow or underthrow it. Right. So I get it. Like, his hands are tied, right? You can only do with what you can with the play called, right? You can improvise to a certain point, but if the play call is a certain play call on one side of the field and it's all covered, whether it's a levels concept or, you know, underneath or tight ends are in the mix, you can only do so much. So I get it. Josh Allen immediately feeling the pressure. He's going to roll. He's going to roll to his right. And he's either going to run it, or he's going to force something, or hopefully somebody can break away. Kind of like against the Jets, I think. Who was that? Ray Davis. He, out of the backfield, went down the field and was like waving his arm to Josh Allen, and Josh Allen threw him kind of a home run ball, and that's our running back. Like, why can't our receivers get open? I think Mac Hollins has had, like, I know he had a touchdown. I think he has like 2 touchdowns this year, but like, I kind of expected more out of Matt Collins. He's kind of but I don't like any of the other. I know we got rid of Valdez-Scantling. Good. I know we just signed a kicker too. Man, I don't think anybody's ready to have. That conversation. I have been saying this since like week 3, week 4. Something is going on with Ass Bass. Okay, like I know. Oh, hey, okay. He missed an extra point. It was tipped. Okay, that's what, twice this year. He's missed a field goal. He's missed 2 field goals, I think, this year. And it's like, okay, this is not the Bass of late, right? Of years ago, a couple years ago. So I don't know what's going on with him. So they signed a kicker. Hopefully it's either to motivate him to either fucking try harder, right? Or potentially replace him. I don't know much about the kid they signed. But, I mean, if he's like Mr. Guarantee, put him in, bro. Because at this point, I put this out in another video. If we need a game-winning field goal, say it's a 50 to 55-yard field goal, which right now in the NFL is like chip shot, right? If we need a 50 to 55-yard field goal, are you confident that Tyler Bass can come in and win you the game? No, I'm not, and I don't know of any other Bills fan that's like, oh yeah, dude, Bass-o-matic, dude, he's gonna come in and drill it. No, he's either gonna push it, pull it, have it tipped, some crazy shit. So if this other kid or this other guy that they signed comes in and, he's solid, you could put him in maybe on a couple extra points or see how he really does in practice. If he's made, I don't know what kickers do, man. I know they get paid a lot of money to show up and kick a ball, but if he can go to practice and just nail 50, 55s, maybe a 60, like Aubrey from Dallas. God, I wish we fucking got Aubrey. But, I mean, the kicking game is so important. I mean, look how that missed field goal and that extra point, look how close it was in the Jets game. I mean, that could really come down and screw you on the back end, right? So, something to look at, not only Amari Cooper joining the Bills, but the kicking situation as well. Well, that's my time for tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button, support a veteran channel. I super appreciate it. If you're already subbed to the channel and you've been rocking with me, hats off to you. I super appreciate it. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Prime's out.